Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A, for those of you that have never, seen one of my videos. As you see tarot cards on your screen, it is time for a tarot reading, and we are back to the regularly scheduled program. This is your, I don't know if I might like the other one. Anyways, this is your tarot forecast for the Scorpio lunar cycle. So we're talking November to mid-December. This video is for my Capricorn babies, Cap Sun, Cap Moon, and Cap Rising like myself. So if you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not, ooh, shit, that was hot. If you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. I do have those linked down in the description box below, okay? Yeah, so as I said, Scorpio lunar cycle. I do have a video up on the new moon in Scorpio, the Scorpio lunar cycle. Go on and check that out. That's also down in the description box. What else do I want to plug as I shuffle these cards? Mercury is now in retrograde, so go on and check out that retrograde. Say retrograde reading. Go on and check out that retrograde video. And then we just came out of the Venus retrograde, but we're still in the shadow. So if you're interested in knowing, what Venus retrograde had to do with our lives, go on and check out that video as well, okay? All right, and this is going to be our typical 5-card new moon tarot spread. I'm going to be looking at the energy for you guys, for us Capricorn. I'm going to be looking at any crossing energies. I'm going to be looking at, because we are talking about Scorpio, what mysteries need to be revealed or what mysteries are being revealed. And then also, where do we need to bring in a little bit more drive, determination, or put a little bit more of our passionate energy towards, okay? And then as always, a soul message. Ooh, okay, this card came out for Scorpio too. Okay, okay. It's looking kind of nice so far. I'm kind of with the shits. We'll see. As I was saying, it's always a little soul message card for you to take, something extra for you to take away from this reading with you, okay? Let's cut the deck. I was hella quiet shuffling for Capricorn. Y'all know that's one of my signs, so I'd be like, let me let me make sure this comes out great, even though you never know what cards are gonna come out. Okay. All right, let's see. Very different message from Scorpio already. All right, Cap, what do we got? We've got the choice card coming up in the position of the energy for us during this lunar cycle. And the choice card is literally what it says it is. It's literally the card of choices. But this is the energy that we're supposed to be tapping into, or the energy that's supposed to be coming in for us. And kind of looking at the spread right now, what I pick up from the choice card is that, Capricorn, especially if I'm remembering correctly, some of the previous readings from the past few months, a few of those readings have been very much so like, things are changing, things have been a little rough, but don't worry, things are about to get better. We are in the season of change. We are in Scorpio season, which is the sign associated with, death, the death card in the tarot, which is the card of birth and rebirth and cycles and things of that sort. So the choice card coming up in this position, Capricorn, for the energy that is either coming in or that we need to be tapping into for this lunar cycle, is really bringing up the message of, really looking at life for what it is currently, and looking at, one, how the choices we made have gotten us to those points, and then 2, at choices or decisions that we can make that will get us to the points that we want to be in. You have the Youth card in your spread, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But you know, if you look at the imagery on this card, there's 2 faces in this tree. One is crying, one is not. There's actually 3 faces in this tree. There's a snake, there's water, there's air, there's fire, there's earth. You know, you have all of these choices, all of these elements, all of these things to choose from, Capricorn. And this is just saying, like, you know, you have the resources at the tip of your fingers for whatever it is that you want to make happen. It boils down to actually making the decision to make it happen. And Capricorn, you guys are an earth sign, so you do really resonate with the energy of really being firm in your decisions and being grounded and making moves and building foundations. However, when things start to go a little bit left for Capricorn, it is really hard to get yourself back on track, just because you get where's the music? Is it over? Sorry. What happened? Sorry, y'all. When things go left, Capricorn, it's a little bit harder for Capricorn to come back on track, because we get so it's like we get sideswiped. It's almost like, you know, we get so focused on the fact that the plans that were put into place did not work out, and now we're kind of just, you know, blindsided, like, hey, I had a plan, don't know what's happening here, so what's next? This card is talking about no matter what plans work out, what plans don't work out, everything is about choice. It all boils back to, what are you going to do? When I first moved back to, you know, my city where I'm from, I had a conversation with one of my older cousins, and I remember specifically this quote, and we were just talking about life. He's a 5 life path. We were just talking to, so he's all about change and transformation and all that good stuff, but we were just talking about life, and I was explaining to him kind of like, you know, how I had been feeling kind of defeated by, like, and I'm a Capricorn rising, so this might resonate with some of y'all, how I had been kind of feeling like defeated by all the shit that had happened in my life in the past couple of years, especially because I had a plan, and my plans didn't go the way that I thought they were going to go, right? So my cousin tells me, and this, and I quote him, he said, life is all about weird shit. And it's he said, life is all about weird situations. It all comes down to, it all boils down to, what are you going to do with it? So Capricorn, you have the choice. Life is always going to come at you fast. Life is always going to be happening. Things are not ever going to be completely great, and they're not always going to be completely fucked up. But what this card talks about, especially coming up in this season of transformation, especially if you've been carrying around that heavy, dense energy of, you know, damn, like, what's next? What do I do? Because I don't know anymore, because my plans got foiled, you know. This card is coming in to say, hey, Capricorn, things happen, shit happens, charge it to the game. You can move on, and you don't have to move on carrying around the dead weight or carrying around the baggage of, you know, what you claim to be failures, or what you claim to be, you know, what it is that you don't want. You can make whatever choice you want to make. You can create the life that you want to live. And during this lunar cycle, I do believe, Capricorn, that you may tap back into that energy. You got the 10 of Wands coming up in a position here that talks about this energy being cleared out. So I do think for Capricorn, this next month, this next lunar cycle is going to be all about, you know, really looking at our lives and looking at, you know, where we can improve, and looking at, you know, what we can do, or what kind of decisions we need to make to bring the lives that we want into the physical. How can we really physically ground the lives that we are trying to manifest? And I think, Capricorn, for you, you're going to be able to go on and tap back into your earth during this lunar cycle, but also tap into that Scorpio water energy, which water moons, water lunar cycles always come in with the cleansing agent, and which is, I'll talk about when we get to this card here. But you know, you're going to be seeing some things, you're going to be learning some things, clearing some things out. And as you make those changes, you also have to understand that you have the power to do what you want and what it is that you need, okay? The next card coming up is the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, which is the crossing energy for you, Capricorn, during this next lunar cycle. And the page cards typically just carry the energy of that suit. So this is the Page of Pentacles, the Daughter of Pentacles. So this carries that Pentacles energy. This carries the energy of foundations, of, you know, stable finances, of, you know, good living situations, of, you know, a good career, or a career that you're content with or that you're happy with. And this is in your crossing position of your choices. So two messages that come up with this. Capricorn, some of you may just be dealing with not being able to figure out what decisions you want to make or what opportunities you want to take. However, the message that I really get for this card being in the crossing position is that, you know, especially if you, just because we have this card here, I feel very much so like for some Capricorns, as far as like foundation, living situations, finances, career, things of that sort goes, it may have been a little challenging for these past couple of months, or this past year, past couple of years, just depending. And this coming up in the position of what's crossing the energy that you're supposed to be tapping into during this lunar cycle is the Page of Pentacles. So you're supposed to be tapping into understanding that you can do whatever it is that you really set your mind to. You just have to make the moves. Crossing you is the Page of Pentacles, the energy of what comes with the Pentacles suit. So what I think for a lot of you Capricorns, especially because you are Pentacles, you are Earth energy, I think a lot of you are going to be really focusing on, you know, do I have enough money for the choices that I'm trying to make? Is the job that I'm working now going to give me enough time to do the things that I want to do with the choices or decisions that I'm going to make? You know, is where I'm living going to work, or is all the stuff that I just mentioned for you right now? How's that going for you right now? Whatever energy surrounding those things, again, your finances, your career, your sometimes relationships, your living situation, either worries about those things or worries about those things attached to this choice card are going to be kind of looming over your head during this next lunar cycle. But with this card, I like how your spread looks, because this being a crossing energy is really not that bad. This is just a little bit of a worrisome energy coming up for you. Just trying to ensure that all of your foundations are firmly set in place. This is a card that could easily be turned into the upright position throughout this spread. And I think for you guys, for us Capricorn, that is actually the purpose or the intent here, is with making these choices, making the right choices that bring us into this Daughter of Pentacles energy upright, okay? Moving on into the next card that you have coming up in your spread, Capricorn, is the Ten of Wands, and this is in the position of what mysteries are being revealed, what's coming to light. You've got the Ten of Wands, and this is typically one of my aw shit cards, excuse me, but it's in a good position in this spread, so I'm actually kind of glad to see it here. This is a card that talks about just being completely overwhelmed, feeling burdened, feeling like you've got too much going on or not enough going on, which makes you stress out a bunch. Feeling like you don't know what to do with your energy, like it's all jumbled, you don't know which way to go, you don't know how to sort things out. This is in the position of what mysteries are being revealed. So Capricorn, during this lunar cycle, if it hasn't already started to happen for you, all those things that are stressing you out, all those things that you feel like are blocking you from making the moves that you want to make coming up here in this next year, in this lunar cycle, in these next couple of years, these things are going to start to either clear out for you, or you're at least going to start to see the ways in which you can start to clear these branches, these wands out of your way, so that you're not, you know, trapped underneath a pile of sticks. With that being said, with this Daughter of Pentacles being crossing energy, this is probably lending a lot to this Ten of Wands. A lot of the things attached to this Pentacles card are probably things that you're worried about or stressed about, which are causing this Ten of Wands energy to pop up for you. But during this lunar cycle, again, talking about Scorpio and this being a water moon, this is a cleansing agent. So these things are going to start to be cleared out if they're not cleared out during this time. I don't want to jump the gun and say that, you know, everything that you're trying to work through is going to be over after a month, because it probably won't be, but you will at least start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, or through the pile of sticks. Really good spot to have this card popping up, Capricorn, especially because Capricorn is really good with planning things out and getting things together, and this just shows me that you're a little off from your regular energy. But during this lunar cycle, this is saying excuse me, sorry y'all, this is saying that this is going to be moving out the way, and you'll be able to start coming back into tapping into your own energy, okay? The next card that I have coming up for us is the Hermit, and this is in the position this is in the position of where do we need to devote more energy? Where do you need to bring in more determination, more will, more drive, more passion? And surprisingly enough, you have the Hermit card, which is interesting because I kind of get the message of you need to go back into yourself. You need to get back into your earth, get back into the logic of your earth and the sensibility of your earth energy, so that you can tap into the choice card. The Hermit card, this Hermit card coming up in this position. So this Hermit card comes with this energy of removing yourself, not necessarily like isolating yourself and cutting everybody off. This just talks about kind of taking a step back to reflect on yourself and your actions, and also reflect on the things going on around you and the things that you're involved in. This Hermit card, this is saying you need to devote more energy to being this type of person a little bit more. And I believe that this is because you really have to put a lot of thought into and really have to carefully consider these choices that you're going to be making, these decisions, these moves that you're going to be making. You cannot make hasty decisions. You also can't make impulsive decisions. You want to stay as far away from this Ten of Wands energy as possible. And this Hermit card, I believe, is that opportunity to pull you out of this energy, put you into a position to where you can really think about things and really see things for what they truly are, and also give yourself time to regroup and get all your shit together before you go back into the world and start embarking upon these journeys. I always do that. Start embarking upon these journeys. The Hermit card, believe taking a step back into your shell and kind of observing. And you see there's still a light there, so things are still illuminated. You're just stepping back as you watch the things going on around you, right, Capricorn? Doing this is definitely going to help you understand why this is in a crossing position, and also help you understand how to turn this into an upright position. It's also going to help you understand and help you move towards the type of choices that you're going to be making. And at the same time, it's also going to bring in a little bit of clarity as far as this Ten of Wands goes. Going into this Hermit energy will definitely help you figure out what it is that is blocking you and burdening you and helping you. And it will also help you figure out how to start moving through this, okay? Now, the last card that you guys have coming up in your spread is the Youth. And this is in the Dreams of Gaia deck, the Fool card. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. It's the middle of the night. I'm also like catching a cold. It's also kind of cold. I was trying to wash my hair. And also just been talking. And I don't know where my drink is. So, sorry. You've got the Youth card in your soul message position. And I believe that this card, Capricorn, is just coming in to put a little bit more emphasis on this choice energy here. Things need to change, especially if this reading is resonating with you and this has been your energy for a while. It is time for things to change. It is time for you to do things differently. And this card coming up, especially underneath the choice card, is saying, Capricorn, it starts with you, especially with your energy crossing the choice card. Your new journey, your new path, the things, the life that you're trying to manifest and bring into the physical for yourself starts with you. I say things like this a lot, and I don't say them to sound shitty, but nobody is going to care about you or your journey or what it is that you want to do more than you. You can tell people around you what it is that you're trying to do, what you want to work through, what you need, the way you view the world, all you want, but nobody is going to care as much as you do about your own shit, Capricorn. That's unfortunately, that's human nature. And in this instance, this card is saying, okay, Capricorn, so since you know that, and in order for this to pop off, you have to shift some things, you have to think about some things, you have to remove some things, get rid of some things, clear some shit out. It starts with you. And this is a card of starting. So it starts with you is literal. Like you have a new start that you can tap into. We're coming up close to your new year as well. We've got about a month before we start having Capricorn birthdays. So going into your new year, you don't want to carry old baggage into the next year. You don't want to carry dead weight into the next year. You want to leave all that shit at the door or elsewhere. Leave it where you picked it up at. Like, you pick it up, look at it, put it back down. Don't take it with you, because there's something new for you to start upon. There's a change, something fresh coming in for you, but you can't really tap into this energy if you're harnessing this Ten of Wands. So, and you can't work through the Ten of Wands if you don't take the time to step back and reevaluate things and look at life and look at things from a whole bunch of different perspectives, okay? You have every capability, again, to turn this card upright. And this Youth card is saying, you know, this could be the new journey for you, is to getting back into your own energy in a way that is positive and truly, honestly resonates with you. This card also talks about just having faith and taking the leap. Like, you don't know what's out there. You do know what has happened. You know what certain situations can bring about for you, and it's very Capricorn to do things based off of experience. But this card is just talking about, you know, you can add that to the way that you think. You can add that to your thought process, but it's time to try something new. It's time to do something different. It's time to just move into another chapter of life. And in order to do that, I'll say y'all, I'm talking to myself too, we've really got to move through this Ten of Wands. But this stuff is going to start to come to light for us, or going to start to be cleared out for us during the Scorpio lunar cycle. Why I keep dropping my selenite one? During the Scorpio lunar cycle. So Capricorn, things are changing, but understand that the change starts with you. You have to initiate it, and you have to work for it, and you have to truly, honestly want it and manifest it with good intentions without attaching doubt and fear and negativity to it, okay? All right, Capricorn, that's your reading. I hope that those cards resonated with you. If you feel like you need some more insight, or would like some more clarity, or would even like a personal reading, you can go on and book one with me through my Etsy shop. I've got a link in the description box down below. If you don't see anything on the Etsy store, you can also send me an email and we can figure something out that way. If you like this video, please go on and give me a little thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If you have any Capricorn friends or people with a lot of Capricorn placements in their chart, or people trying to see what's going on with their little Capricorn boo, go on and send them this video so they can get their whole lives together. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. I do check my channel pretty frequently, so I will respond to you, so long as it's positive. Spread love, you know. What else? Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're still listening to me talk. I don't know how many minutes we are in this video, but if you're still listening to me talk, go on and hit that subscribe button, and share this video with anybody that would be interested in astrology or horoscopes or tarot readings. I'm coming up on my 1 year mark, and I'm trying to hit 1K subscribers, and I'm close. So I'd appreciate it if y'all share my channel and spread the love. You guys do anyways. Y'all are some of my biggest supporters, so I already know y'all will. But thank you in advance, and thank you for, you know, everything up until this point. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I plugged hella videos at the beginning. Check out the Scorpio lunar video, this new moon in Scorpio video, the retrograde videos, and the Autumn Equinox. I didn't talk about the Autumn Equinox tarot forecast. I do have fall season tarot forecast up on my channel as well. Okay, you guys. All right, I think that's it for real. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.